What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is we're going to be talking about the KTM SuperDuke, not the 1290R that I have, the 1290R Evo, but we're going to be talking about the KTM SuperDuke 1390R. So the new one that got released. This one makes 177 horsepower, let's just say 180. The new one makes 190, so it's about like 13 more, but let's just say about 10 more horsepower. This, double check, for me, when I did a lot of research, I've always felt that this bike is heavy. Of course, it has a big engine, so usually that adds a decent amount of weight. But this bike is supposed to be at 470 pounds, which is insanely light. To put into perspective, this bike is as heavy as the H2R stock. Now, yeah, the H2R does have a full exhaust system, so technically that saves a lot of weight. Like if I get rid of the cats on this and I already get rid of the big muffler that is not even here, I probably threw it away. But this is a bit lighter, but still like 470 stock versus the H2R 470 stock, and the H2R is supposed to be, a very big heavy bike because it's supercharged and all that good stuff. But 470 pounds, the new SuperDuke, technically not an extra 100 cc's, but the 1390, I think it's actually 1350, the actual engine size cc's, but they call it 1390 for whatever reason. Like why not 1400 at this point? Why 1290? Why not 1300R instead of a 12? I don't know. KTM. Anyways. Yeah, so this bike is at 470 and the new one is at 440, even though it has a bigger engine, 10 more horsepower, and supposedly about 30 pounds less. And I'm talking wet weight, not dry weight, of course. So with all the fluids, tank, oil, all that stuff. So this is supposed to be 470 and the new one is 440. 30 pounds lighter and let's just say 10 to 12 more horsepower. Now that definitely sounds appealing to me. I don't really, as soon as I put these like tinted pieces on, I don't really mind this face, but I do like the front face a little bit better. I think it's more futuristic. I like futuristic bikes. That's why I'm obsessed with the H and the HR, because these bikes are way ahead of their time. They look way too futuristic. The fact that they came out in 2015 is absolutely insane. That's almost 10 years ago, by the way, guys. 2024, holy, that's wild. This is a 2015 H2, by the way. I have the original H2, so one more year and it's this bike is 10 years old. I cannot believe that. Lighter, more horsepower, looks more futuristic, so it looks better. The only downside for me is that I have installed a ton of parts on this, mainly from KTM. Like, this is aftermarket. This bike came with absolutely no carbon. We did the ASV levers, we got second orange KTM details, we got domino grips, we got this carbon piece as well besides this one, quick release gas cap, little carbon and tank pads over here. This custom piece also carbon. It's from KTM, but we made it custom with these bolts. I got little slider. I guess this counts as an axle slider, kinda. It's some sort of protection. I guess it looks a little different. We got more carbon chain guard. We got more orange stuff and details over here to make it look a little bit better. A little bit over here as well. So I have the clear clutch case as well, the SC slip-on. So we have a decent amount of parts on this thing. Of course, radiator guard. I always tell you guys to get radiator guards, as well as a tail tidy on this thing, and of course the Brent Tuning dyno tune one. We actually put this thing on the dyno and they tuned it live over there. So as I said, I've done a lot to this bike, or at least enough where it looks a lot better than it did stock. I did not like the way it looks. Oh, of course, how could I forget about the Rizoma Stealth mirror as well? This is the cap that I was talking about. So the cap on the Rush, I was supposed to have this cap, but for whatever reason, either didn't come with it or it didn't fit or something like that. So that's why we used those gigantic bolts, which didn't look the best because they're silver, but now that they're gold, I actually really like it. I think it looks a lot better. I do really like the new KTM SuperDuke. I don't know, I'm a little 50-50. I have like two ideas in my head. I'm like, either straight pipe this thing, get rid of the cat, make a custom exhaust, similar to what I did with the Rush, and see how it sounds, maybe tune it again, because, I'm going to decat it, so it's going to be completely like smooth airflow without any cats or anything like that. So see how it rides, blah, 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 because I do love it as a daily. This is like kind of the best bike to ride when it's like especially warm out. It's super easy, torquey, so like it just gets off the line super quick and nimble, the most comfortable riding position out of all my bikes. So there's a lot of things that I like about it, but of course what I don't like is that it's not rare enough, which is why Like, let's say if I didn't get this, I would totally jump on the 1390. I think that would have been perfect. It's a new bike, got released, blah, blah, blah. It would be just perfect for the channel. But since I already have this, and it's my issue with it is that it's not a special model. The newer one is not really a special model either. Yeah, it makes more horsepower, it weighs less, it looks a bit cooler. They could have done more with the looks. I think the tail looks absolutely pretty much the same, which I didn't really like. The main difference that I saw was actually just the headlight, which I do like, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the body and tail design, at least the tail design, because this fairing does look kind of cool and unique to it, but you know, they could have improved the tail design for sure. It looks outdated, but overall, I don't know if I will upgrade it, just because, as I said, it's not really a special model still. So the fact that it's not a special model, and that's my main issue with this bike, that's why I'm not very sure it's worth upgrading to, especially because I will lose all the money I spent on parts. Of course, when you buy these bikes, you have to pay taxes, and you lose that money in taxes because no one's going to pay. They have to pay taxes too when someone else buys it. So, you know, I mean, you lose the money that you spend in taxes when you buy these bikes. Pretty much lose all the money in parts unless I switch all these parts back to stock, which is just a lot of work to take it back, switch back to stock, sell it, you know, and then get the new bike and then put these parts on it if they're compatible. That is an option as well. But it's just the fact that this is not really a rare model. Everything else in here is a unique rare model, and that's kind of like what I like and what I wanted the channel to be, is to have exotic bikes that I just do casual daily stuff with and modify, because most people don't do that stuff with, you know, super rare bikes like these. So this was a little bit of an outlier. I got it because you guys wanted it on the channel, and that was the reason. But as I said, I do like the way the new SuperDuke looks. I do like that it's even more powerful. Like 10 extra horsepower is a lot. 10 extra horsepower, 30 pounds lighter, which is absolutely insane. If that's correct, someone let me know that in the comments below, because I can't find I guess a legit source. I just did some research online and that's what came up. But yeah, they're claiming that this is 470, as I said, and the new one is 440, which to me doesn't make sense, because especially it's a bigger sized engine. So I don't know where they saved 30 pounds. That's a lot of weight. The plan is still up in the air. I just wanted to make this video to talk about it because I wanted to tell you guys what I think about it, my thoughts about it. Obviously, I would love to test drive one, even though it wouldn't make sense. This is tuned, so it's probably going to feel somewhat similar, but I wonder if the electronics are better, if the feel of it is a little different, and, you know, extra details like that. As of now, I do not plan on upgrading it, just as I said, because they don't have a special model. If KTM comes out with like some cool special model, I'll definitely be way more interested in trading this to that. But for the meantime, I might keep this in straight bike pay and get the, what is it called? The thing which unlocks the quick shifter and all that, the thing that KTM uses that you have to buy after market, even though you still have the setup just to unlock certain features. The tech pack, that's the one. So I might buy that, which is about $1,000. Might get a custom exhaust for it, which is another $1,000. And then I think the bike would be good, and see how I like it then, you know, fully done, and maybe keep it, maybe not. But if not, if I don't end up keeping it, then I'll probably get rid of this thing, get some other special bike, because I do want to get a special bike for the million sub, which is coming very soon. 25, I think we're about 25K subs away. So please subscribe and, I don't know, like the video because it helps. I would appreciate that. Might get rid of this to make some room in the garage and get another special bike, because as you guys see, I cannot fit anything else in this garage in its state. So that's why I'm like, if I do get rid of a bike, it'll probably be this one. And the main reason is that just to make space for another special bike for the million sub. So I don't know, that might be the deal, might be not. We are gonna see what is gonna happen. That being said, that's just my, you know, my thoughts about the new KTM. Still, as I said, not sure if I do want to get it or not, but we shall see, I guess. And for now, let's start the H2. I'm not gonna make the same mistake as last time. I'm gonna open the garage a little bit, just so we can get some ventilation and so I'm not completely suffocating, assuming the bike starts too. That's a good sign. We have a screen and sound. Alright, I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this